Well, hello, storytellers. It's Storytelling Run, and I finally started the Christians in Space role-playing game. And this is sort of put some music on. And this is the little RPG Christians in Space setting. I've got the Dark Ages setting and the apocalypse of the Epoch. And this is the Christians in Space one, a Christian role-playing game, 2500 AD. The heavens tell of the glory of God, and their expanse declares the work of his hands. All right, so let me just give you a little timeline here. The Dark Ages, obviously, 6th century AD, 7th century. Modern day is 2100 AD. The one world government is taking, you can pause this and read it if you want. But they've taken over and put Christians in prison camps. And then they discover translight drive, and that there's no time, barely any time passes between gravity fields of different star systems, so you can actually travel between them within a few weeks or something like that. And then they decide to leave Earth, because of the climate change and all that retardedness, and they then nuke the Earth, and so the Earth is then. So this is a game setting as well, the Apostles of the Epoch, where the Christians are, in prison camps, and then they finally can come out and evangelize the wastelands. So that's what this setting is here, and I do have a game series there I'll be releasing on YouTube soon. I'm just kind of got to just get it organized and upload it. That's a game setting, and it's available on my website. And then, that's my dog barking, but whatever. And then I haven't done this one yet, but I have a section here where the prodigals return to the Earth around 2450 AD to retake the Earth because they're fleeing the oppression of the other atheists that are in the galaxy. And this is sort of a XCOM, Mars Attacks, Terminator, or any alien invasion genre. So I haven't made that setting yet, but I plan on doing that. And that one's going to be a cool couple of different scenario settings in that one. And then we finally defeat them and realize we need to go out into space and go after the atheist one galaxy government that's out there and evangelize there. So that's 2500 AD. This one here, 2475 AD, is basically like Mothership or Death in Space or Doom, scary sci-fi movies where the Crusaders are trying to go out onto the solar system and eradicate, get rid of the prodigals who have sort of made all these bases and secret, ancient alien or robots and demonic things or whatever. And so that's sort of the scary sci-fi horror. And then once, then that's kind of sort of successful and done. And then now the Christians are got to go out into space, spacefaring, space adventure RPG, 2500 AD. They got to go back now. They got to go out into and be evangelists in space, where all the atheists have terraformed all the planets all around in the solar system. Here is a map of that, doodled map. The atheists terraformed all these planets and created all the genetically modified aliens, this makes way more sense than Star Wars or Star Trek. No, they all have like humanoid aliens and just right. They all evolved on different planets, right? Randomly. Okay. This makes way more sense. So you have walrus men, you have shark men, you have dogmen, tiger men, whatever. Insectoids. So the Christians are on the solar system, and the solar system is hidden or erased from the databanks of the atheist empire. And so no one really knows of it except the prodigals who invaded. So that's one good thing about Earth, is that they're hidden and the Christians know it, so they're going to stay that way and then secretly send out missionaries into space to try to evangelize, because that's what we do. That's what Christians actually do, evangelize. And so this is my game to do that. But it's mainly, right now, for me, this is for fellowship. It's for fellowship amongst Christians and that we can have an RPG where we can play a cool RPG and then kind of fellowship and then work on evangelism, just sort of feel it out, play around with it, and build up from there. So the first storyline is Bernard Star. That's the first missionaries went there. I did some play testing with a group of very people. And so I have a story there where they've already planted a church. So now this new group is coming in which I'm going to be uploading and playing on YouTube. I'm going to try to do live, but I haven't really figured that out yet. I'm just recording it and then uploading it for now. But anyway, there, once we sort of get a regularity and figure out who's going to show up regularly and blah, 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 I might try to go live. But in the first episode, I had 4 players, but I didn't record the audio correctly. So I'm just going to right now explain what happened. So they went to the Barnard Star, and this is what Barnard Star looks like. I've showed it in other videos, but this is the planet, and this is a screenshot from Space Engine I'm using on Steam. I bought the commercial license so that I could, go around and actually look at all the different stars in Space Engine and their planets, and then take screenshots to use for the this game. And this is the, oh, not that one. This one is the actual. This is orbiting above Flotsam, the planet. The Saturn-looking planet, and this one has a gravity well. And the first missionaries, the first team, defeated the Red Cult that was on this platform, and they converted some of the followers to become Christians. And now they have missionaries that came from Earth to then start up this church. So this is literally a church in space floating on this platform, and this one is hidden in the clouds, so it actually has really good security. And above them are a bunch of platforms of togas, like Jawas, togas, who live on these platforms. And they're struggling, they're isolated. And the story at the background of this planet is that it was once in a mining operation for the Empire, but they were attacked by the killer bots, the Dreadbot. They're called Dreadbots. And these Dreadbots invaded Barnard Star here, and, everyone, and the pirates and smugglers joined in on the battle, the Empire and versus the Dreadbots, and of course, huge destruction, and everybody basically retreated from that. So what's left is a bunch of isolated platforms with struggling survivors and no real support. But they're being kind of constantly raided by either pirates or by the Dreadbots. So they're living in terror. And now the Christians have showed up, and so that's the situation now. And in the first episode, and this is their ship, the mission, not the church. I gotta differentiate these, but these are the church missionaries, or the actual ones who work the church. This is the actual missionary team on this ship, and they're not next to the platform. They're high up above in orbit, but because they don't have the gravity well thing. But I just have them here for reference. And the player ships has a list of all the stuff that they can use, all their gear. And I got to make I want to make an opening here so they can add more gear, like they could type in more stuff. So I'm gonna do that, make a better PDF. And this is the ship itself. It's got all the stats and weapons and all the different parts of the ship in case they get into a space battle. And I'll go through that when we play. They haven't encountered a space battle yet. I have in the playtesting one, but not on this one. It's going to be a lot of fun when they do. And here's a player. Hawthor is his name. Player's Ken, Star Crusader. He has 4 glory points, and he used up 0 means he spent the 4. So 4 is the running total. 0 is how many he has that he can spend. And actually, I typed this in recently to remind him what did he actually spend on the thing. But his aggression is a +5. His awareness is a +3. They're both Star Crusaders. They're both basically Space Knights right now. No one's a cleric. No one's a scientist. But we'll get that going. They are starting to realize they need some science. That's for sure. So he's got a combat knife. He's got a pretty good laser rifle that does +D4 or D12 and D4. That's a lot of good damage. It's two-handed. He can do auto 3, so he can fire up to 3 shots in a turn. And the way that works is the first shot is uses his skills. The second 2 shots are just the raw D20 roll. And the downside is if he rolls a 4 or less, he runs out of ammo, so he has to deal with that. And it has an AP armor piercing of D4. He has power armor. The one suit of power armor they have, he was able to get it. They had to roll dice to see who got it. So he has a really good armor save, D12, D4. His defense is 15. That's just based off of 12. And his awareness of +3. So So he's very dodgy in a sense. And I don't worry about taking that off because he's wearing the power armor. I just let it be. Because the awareness isn't about dodging it's about you being aware of not getting hit. You know, you staying back, you looking for cover, you realizing you're in power armor, and then you have to, you know, still be careful. So awareness is just being completely aware of your situation so that you don't get hit. But dodging being part of that. It's your own like intelligent awareness to avoid being hit. So here's his gear. You know, he can carry up to 2 heavy. Well, his power armor is 1 heavy. I should probably make that 2 heavy actually. Yeah. So that's playtesting. Laser rifle is a medium, and then his combat knife is light. He's got 2 ammos and a pocket Bible. He has glory, which is a blessing, and then he has the regular skill stealth plus D4. Doesn't work in power armor. Glad he wrote that in. Okay, and so that's his character. That's it. It's pretty simple. I mean, he's playing. He's, you know, got everything he wants. I mean, he's obviously a little limited there. And of course, this guy's a Star Crusader as well. So he's got the +5 aggression, +3 awareness. He's got a power hammer. You have to watch the episode to see how he got that, because it was not part of their supplies. Very cool. Armor save is D6 because twice now he got damaged. His armor got damaged from acid. Or watch the show and you find out. His power armor is heavy. Utility axe. You might want to get rid of the utility axe now he's got the power armor. And he can always have the utility axe available, like in the shuttle or ship, but just not on his person. He's got the laminate armor. He's got helm, handgun, breather, and ammo. And the ammo refers to the handgun, right? But the ammo is generic. It can refer to whatever you've got on. If you have a laser gun and a shotgun, whatever. Just you only need 1 ammo. You know, and you use it up for whichever one, just to keep it simple. He's got glory as well because he's a Star Crusader, and then he also chose weapon tech plus D4, so he can repair and possibly upgrade weapons. And he's got salvage plus D6 because he wants to be able to look for stuff and get stuff. And right now he found 7 low tech and 11 scrap in the adventure they had. So you can watch the episode to see how that plays out. And there's 2 other characters that we have, but they missed episode 2 where we did this new PDF thing. So for episode 2, we only have 2 players, but we have potentially up to 5 or 6. So we'll see. And hopefully 1 or 2 of them. So hopefully we'll have 3 or 4 next on episode 3. Okay, so in episode 2 or in episode 1, they came here, talked to them, learned more about what's going on, and it took us a little while to get up and running. But they did come down to this planet. Where is everybody? Oh, they're down here, but let me just move them. Oh, it doesn't move there. They came down and they got this far from the shuttle to here, and they had a shootout with these security bots. So you'll watch that starting from here. And one of the characters tossed a grenade in, which did a lot of damage to the robots, stunned them, and then he fainted and another guy suddenly got a pain in his torso. Those 2 just weren't able to make it, so I made them incapacitated, so then the other 2 had to deal with this themselves. Okay, so that's this is session 0, episode 1, explaining our new Christians in Space role-playing game series that I hope to get going here on YouTube. Just as people playing the game and as Christians and evangelizing in a sci-fi setting with, you know, aliens, robots, and scary bugs, all biblically adherent, creation science adherent, and the game will be available on my website very soon. I'm just playtesting a little bit more and finalizing it. The Dark Ages one is available, and so is the Apostles of the Epoch in a draft form, and they're all playable. I just need to clean it up. And for the Christians in Space one, I'm just trying to build out a few more settings here on the planet. And my dog's barking. Oh, the gardener. All right, I'll deal with that. I think the neighbor's gardener. Anyway, so keep an eye out. Hopefully, you can subscribe and watch the show. It's weekly. I'm going to probably be uploading the apocalyptic one as well, Apostles of the Epoch. So you can see that. Same game system. Same, they just got flamethrowers. They don't have laser guns. But the same, game system. So, all right, thanks for watching, listening, and we'll see you in space or, yeah. And remember, in the game of life, roll holy dice.